Hello, hello. It's the playoffs. It's already been a playoffs for a week, but what a first round it was. I'll give you a quick little recap. As you guys all know, had our two play-in games this week. We had insert team name here against Run CMC. Run CMC took down insert team name here to move on to the semifinals. And then we had SEC Network against Goff, Hawk, and Lockett, even though two of those people are not on his team anymore. Adam still has not changed his name. You got to get on that, Adam. Come on, man. Let's get on it. And then SEC Network taking out Goff, Hawk, and Lockett. So those two teams are moving on to the semifinals. I'll get into that in a little bit later, but I'm going to highlight every single matchup we got this week. Even though it is the Final Four for the semifinals, we still got lots of people playing. And I am really excited to bring that to you. Everybody is still in the running for everybody can at least get 7th, I believe, and then you can get 5th as well if you're a little bit higher on in the consolation ladder. So first matchup we got here, Mexi Narcos versus Hopkins Lymphoma. This is the 12 versus the 11 seeds after the regular season. If you guys didn't notice, I did reseed everybody because I mentioned last week was just so everybody had an opponent, but the standings we had beforehand were how things were before week 12 happened. So these are all after week 11 standings. So Mexi Narcos, Erico, he's going to have Derrick Henry. I'm going to highlight his two guys. Derrick Henry is one of the guys in this matchup. And then you have Hollywood Brown, who did his thing last week, 2 touchdowns with the impeccable Lamar Jackson, possibly the MVP. I'm chanting MVP already. So that is what Mexi Narcos has rolling on here. Hopkins Lymphoma, he's got Hopkins. Half of the name. Hopkins is back doing his dominant things. He is so good. Great relationship with his moms, too. You love to see that. And then Kyle Allen. I want to talk about him a little bit. He has a big matchup against the terrible Redskins. And Kyle Allen is the dude, I think, in Carolina now. I think Cam Newton's time is done. So big week ahead for him. Right now, ESPN has Galley as a 57% probability winner. Moving on to, this is the 9 seed versus the 10 seed. We have the 10 Scam Squad against the 9 No Luck Ponies. For Jackson, he has Devontae Adams back, and Aaron Rodgers still figuring some things out. But you know how elite Adams can be. And against the Giants, you expect some big things for Devontae. And then Jacoby Brissett. He is, I've heard some people say, the best players on the Colts team. I don't know if that is a compliment for Brissett or a degradation for everybody else on the team, but Brissett's doing a really good job for Indianapolis. He has a big matchup ahead, big divisional matchup against the Titans. And then, No Luck Ponies. Sam Darnold. What a pickup by Nacy. Wow. Sam Darnold's been awesome. So far, he has a great fantasy playoff schedule as well, so I assume he's probably going to be his lineup for the rest of the year. And then Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is that dude. He's been really bad the last couple weeks. Value for him was probably highest a couple weeks ago. But he is still number 1 in L.A., and you think that maybe Jared Goff will remember how to throw a pass sometime. That would be great. Moving on, we have the 8 seed versus 7 seed. J Money against Utah. A rematch of a Week 11 matchup. A good one it was as well. Two teams that are definitely on the up and up in the league. Utah's been up for a while, but he's has an incredible couple weeks. Utah does. We're lucky that he is not in the playoffs because he would be a serious title contender with how well his team is playing. For J Money, he does have one of his guys. I'm just going to talk about both of his new guys. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. He's got both of his Chiefs now. They have a pretty good matchup this week against the Raiders because it's Raiders week. And we'll see how they do against Utah. Utah does have, I want to highlight all 3 of his Cowboys. I know we only have 2, but Dak, Zeke, and Michael Gallup all playing on Thursday afternoon. That's Turkey Day. That's tomorrow. I hope you guys have like 3 naps and get to watch football all day because that is the best way to spend Turkey Day. Moving on, we have the 6 seed versus the 5 seed. This is the after the play-in games last week. Insert team name here, Goff, Hawk, and Lockett. Insert team name here has a big projection this week. Dalvin Cook is back for him playing on Monday night. And then Kenny Galladay is playing on Thursday as well. And then Goff, Hawk, and Lockett, still need to change your name, Adam. But he does still have Goff. But I want to highlight John Brown and Julio Jones. His receiver core have been really good this year. Big 2-week matchup with him and Hunter to see who will have a shot at that 5th place next week, or next matchup. Now, for the playoffs, I did want to talk to you guys about this. I think I did it right, but I don't really know. So anybody can text me. Anybody can put on a group chat, but you can definitely text me individually if you want to get into a long-term discussion about it. I've talked to a couple people about this, but we haven't had a 6 seed beat a 3 seed since we started. the manual playoffs in the first round. Usually the 3 seed takes down the 6. But this year a 6 seed won. And I believe that we had established that the 6 seed would play the 1 seed, so the lowest remaining seed would play the 1 seed. But I'm not 100% on that. I talked to a couple of guys, and they seem to be in agreement with that. But if I said something differently, if we agreed on something differently, definitely let me know, and I'll switch the matchup. Because right now I'm playing Tori, and Brett is playing Jordo. But I can switch Brett and Tori if we agreed upon something else. I kind of fucked up a little bit. Probably should have had this like in the rules. So we'll make sure to have this nailed down in the off season, because this definitely can affect some things. But right now I have the 1 playing the 6 and the 2 playing the 4. So that's what I have right now. Definitely let me know if I messed that up, because I will change it in a heartbeat. I know I'm involved, but I will definitely take myself out of the voting if anything like that needs to occur. I just thought that we had mentioned once we went to the 1 week playoff that the lowest remaining seed we play in the highest remaining seed. But definitely let me know. But that doesn't stop us. We're still going to highlight these matchups, and they might be a little bit different if things change. You guys reach out to me and I need to switch something. So Brett is playing Jordo. Brett is on an absolute heater right now. He has probably, I would say, the 2 best players in fantasy right now with Lamar Jackson and Christian McCaffrey. He also has a 69% chance of winning, which is better than 100%. So congratulations, Brett. And then off in the woods for Jordo, he has his first time getting a bye, I believe. Big year for Jordo. Mahomes is back against the Raiders. Not everybody loves that matchup, but I think he's going to be all right. You hope that Austin Hooper plays as well. For Jordo, he might have already been ruled out. Let's see here. But that would be huge. He's a big tight end for him. If not, he's gonna have to make a waiver wire tight end, and that's gonna be tough in a 2-week matchup with Brett. So that's our first semifinal matchup. The other one is a little sibling rivalry. I get to play my sister again. Tori, first year in the league. Congratulations on making the playoffs. She's actually at home with me right now. I am in Marshall, Missouri for the Thanksgiving holidays, the festivities. But Tori and I might get a little rematch here. If everything holds true and everybody thinks I did everything correctly with the matchups. But you got to talk about the 2 studs. I think you just have to. You got to focus on Kamara. You got to focus on Chubb. That's probably going to be her keepers moving into next year. And to say that they are incredible running backs is an understatement. The 2 of them have been phenomenal this year. Definitely something that I am worried about in our 2-week matchup. They can catch passes. They run the ball really well. 100 yards is usually not an issue, although Kamara's still getting back and healthy. But yeah, that's what I'm most worried about, and the 2 things that I am highlighting for sure. I want to highlight the highlight strengths that I have here. I think Odell Beckham starting to figure things out. OBJ can't guard Mike or OBJ. That's the 2 guys I'm going to talk about. How about Michael Thomas? How good has Michael Thomas been? He's putting up numbers that we haven't even seen from like Jerry Rice. He's been absolutely unreal. So that's the matchup we have. That's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday. This is the postseason edition of the rankings, because we're not really ranking people, just highlighting matchups. Definitely let me know. Reach out to me about the matchups for the semifinals, even if you're not involved. I actually prefer people not to be involved to tell me, because then they're a little bit more unbiased. So that's all I got. See you guys next week, as we will be in the midway point of all our matchups. This is the commish, signing off.